So we will see today we will see about corporate governance and ethics. Corporate, what is corporate governance? So first, what is corporate? Corporate is a word derived from a Latin word corpus, meaning a body. So corporate is derived from a Latin word corpus, meaning a body. Then, what is governance? So governance is derived from the word gubernate, which means steer. Okay, so governance means it is the process of administration of an organization to satisfy the expectation of stakeholders. So governance means it is the process of administration of an organization to satisfy the expectation of stakeholders. So who are all the stakeholders? Stakeholders are the persons who are invested in the company, who are the shareholders, who are employees and financial institutions, banking, suppliers. So peoples are the stakeholders of the company. Okay. So to satisfy their expectation, the governance, the process of administration will be done in the organization. So that administration process is governance. Okay. So now, what is corporate governance? So process of that administration process which is done in the corporate, that is in the company, is known as corporate governance. It is a set of so that corporate governance will provide a set of policies or practices in a company to ensure the a honest relationship between the stakeholders and the company. Okay. So the term corporate governance is a set of practices and policies put in by a company to ensure that the relationship of different stakeholders is held in a very honest manner. Okay. Then next is definition of corporate governance. So here I have taken the Cadbury Committee UK's definition. So according to Cadbury Committee UK, corporate governance is a system of structuring, operating and controlling a company with the following specific aims, which that aims are fulfilling long-term strategy goals of owners, taking care of the interest of employees, a consideration for the environment and local community, maintaining excellent relations with customers and suppliers, proper compliance with all the applicable legal and regulatory requirements. So, according to the Cadbury Committee UK, it is saying that corporate governance is a system of it is a system of controlling, operating, structuring a company with the following aims, which is fulfilling long-term strategic goals of owners, taking care of the interest of employees, consideration for the environment and local community, maintaining excellent relations with customers and sellers, proper compliance with all the applicable legal and regulatory requirements. Okay. The next is need for corporate governance. Why company needs a corporate governance? So corporate governance will improve company performance. It will create positive evaluation by investors. It helps efficiency in financial sector, avoiding of financial mischief and unethical practices, credit worthiness of companies, prevention of corporate failures and scandals. So first, it improved company performance. So corporate governance leads a company to improve their performance and to make effective decision making. Okay. Then second one is positive evaluation by investors. So corporate governance will so 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 positive evaluation by investors. Preferably will investors prefers to invest in organization practicing high transparency and full disclosure. So which organization giving transparent information about the securities in that organization. Investors will invest more. Okay, so corporate governance corporate governance helps to corporate governance as final financial performance and basis for evaluating organization for alternative investment. So here corporate governance helps the investors to evaluate the securities of the company by giving the information transparently. Then third one is efficiency in financial sector. So better corporate governance leads the company's performance in terms of share index and financial performance, and ultimately attract the global investors also. Then fourth point is avoiding of financial mischief and unethical practices. So providing transparency and good ethical financial practices, there will be there will not any there will not any mischief or unethical practices will be done in the organization. Then fifth one is credit worthiness of companies. So the corporate governance will good corporate governance through transparency and disclosure through effective accounting and auditing exposes better utilization of capital of the firm, which builds better credit worthiness and facilitating fundraising of companies with case. So giving the information transparently and accounting and auditing and exposing the accounting and auditing, it exposes better utilization of capital in the firm and builds better credit worthiness, and it helps to facilitate to fundraising to raise the funds also. Then last one is prevention of corporate failures and scandals. Good corporate governance leads to better financial performance and thereby increasing profitability of the firm. All stakeholders being properly rewarded and risk being mitigated. This would lead to avoidance of financial failure of organizations and scams. So these corporate governance in need for is need for the company. Okay. The next is various corporate governance models. So there are different types of corporate governance models. First is Anglo-American model. In Anglo-American model, the corporate governance focus on the shareholders' rights. So the corporate governance will focus on the rights of the shareholders. So here, the shareholders will have the full rights to appoint full rights to appoint the board of directors board of directors in the company more than the owners. Owners are with owners are with shareholders have the rights to appoint the board of directors in the company. Okay, in Anglo American model. Then second one is German model. In German model, it is focused on employees. So more than the shareholders or owners, here they will give the rights to employees also. So it is also known as European model. Here there are two boards. One is supervisory board and board of management. Here employees and shareholders will elect the members in supervisory board in proportion of 1 by 2 or 1 by 3 by employees, and that supervisory board will elect the members in board of management, and that supervisory board will monitor monitor, and they have the power to dismiss or reconstitute the management board. Okay. Then third one is Japanese model. Mostly in Japan, the companies will gather the finance through banking and financial institutions. Who is here? So banking and financial institutions are the lender of the company. So here in Japanese model, they the lenders, that is the banking and financial institutions, have the rights to choose the board of directors. Okay. Then in fourth model, social control model, they there will be a the board of directors will be chosen by the representatives of the stakeholders, that is the representative of the shareholder, representative of the employees, or representative of the financial institution, representative of the consumers, representative of the suppliers. So they will choose the board of directors in the company. Okay. Then last one is Indian model. In Indian model, in India there are different types of companies, like private companies, public companies, public sector undertaking companies. So here there are different types of companies. So here corporate governance is a mix of Anglo-American model and German model. So some companies will give the rights to shareholders to choose the board of directors. Then some companies will give the rights to employees as well as shareholders to choose the board of directors. Okay, so it is a mix of Anglo-American model and German model. Okay, the next is principles of corporate governance. So there are some principles of corporate governance. First is transparency, equality, social responsibility, and accountability. First is transparency. Companies which have adopted corporate governance provides channels to pass on information regarding various activities and their impact on revenue generation. So companies which have adopted the corporate governance will uh, will pass on the information regarding the activities, day-to-day activities conducting in the business or in the company, and their impact on revenue generation also. So due to this, as the employees are kept informed, and it results in employees being favorably engaged. So this will help the employees to know about what are all the activities, or where they are getting that where they are generating the revenue. These informations and all employees will able to get to know. Then second one is equality. So corporate governance leads the company with equality. So they will give the equal rights to every stakeholders in the company, that is shareholders, employees, consumers, suppliers, lenders. They will have they everyone have the equal rights to equal rights to the equal rights in the company. Okay. Then third one is social responsibility. Here, the management team of corporate entities have understanding of the social responsibility from very long time. Hence, they adopt policies aligned with various issues affecting the society, and they adopt policies aligned with various issues affecting the also among the employees. This has a positive effect of better discharge of duties by employees and good relationship with customers. Then next one is accountability. In the form of transparency, there is accountability by way of disclosure of all practices and results. However, it is always required to maintain that the disclosure shall be true, whether it is positive or negative. So the accountability, that is the transparent that information should be true. There should not be any false information should be provided. If it is whether it is positive or negative, the true information should be provide. Okay, so these are the principles of corporate governance: transparency, equality, social responsibility, accountability. Okay, next we will move on to ethics, business ethics. So, first we will see about what is ethics. So, ethics, it is a word derived from the Greek word ethos. ஸோ இத்தோஸ்ல இருந்து டிரைவ் பண்ண வேர்ட் தான் வந்து ethics. Okay, which means character. It is a branch of philosophy related with human character and behavior. Then it is the comprehension of traditional and moral values which denotes what is to be, what is right and what is wrong in human character and conduct, and ultimately it refers to what ought to be. Generally, ethics refers to moral, good, right, just, and honest behavior. Okay, so move on to business ethics. According to Wheeler, business ethics is an art and science for maintaining harmonious relationship with society, its various groups and institutions, as well as recognizing the moral responsibility for the rightness and wrongness of business conduct. So ethics is what related with the human character, like what is right in human character, what is wrong in human character, that is ethics. So business ethics is what is right in business or what is wrong in business. Okay, the next is what are the principles of business ethics. There are 10 principles in business ethics. First is principle of conscience. Here ethics is a inner, basically ethics is a inner feelings of a person, which is a practice of right and wrong. Okay, business firm can devise different ideal behavior. Business firm also have a different ideal behavior at various levels. Okay, then second one is principle of selflessness. This principle insists upon being without self-centered and to be selfless. The work is done in the interest of others also. Then third one is principle of service motive. It insists on uh, rendering best possible service, and all action should be oriented towards being honest and truthful. The service should be in a honest and truthful manner. Then fourth one is principle of effective communication with public. So what are the activities should be widely published to the widely published to the stakeholders and also who are all connected with the business. Okay, then principle of politeness and tolerance. So the business firm, it is of great importance to the business firm to create honesty and a sense of transparency in all the activities being carried out, which ultimately is attainment of purity. Then sixth point is principle of people oriented approach. All programs and various work related activities shall be with values, morality and human touch, which lead to humanity and diligence to one and all concerned. Then seventh one is principle of social acceptability. The business activities shall not be out of place and society shall be approving the values instilled by the firm. The eighth one is principle of assurance. All the obligations of the firms shall have to performed with positive commitment to enjoy the confidence of society at large. The next is principle of rightness. Every business shall practice all the transactions with ethical justification. This requires rational attitude in every transactions undertaken by the company. The next one is principle of an ethical activities. The business shall not extend approval to any unethical behavior in business transactions. So today we have seen about what is corporate, what is governance. So corporate is a Latin word corpus, which means body. Governance is derived from the word gubernate, which is chief. So corporate governance is a it is a practices or policies put in by a company to ensure that the relationship of different stakeholders is held in a very honest manner. So then we have seen the Cadbury Committee UK's definition, and there are some needs why corporate governance is need in a company. So if it improved company performance, it helps positive evaluation by investors. Then it helps efficiency in financial sector. It avoids financial mischief and unethical practices. It creates creditworthiness of companies. It prevents corporate failures and scandals. Then there are some models in corporate governance. First is Anglo-American model, where uh, shareholders have the rights to choose the board of directors. Then German model. Then second one is German model. In German model, there will be a right to employees also. Here, employees and shareholders, both of them will choose the board members. Here there are two boards, supervisory and board of management. Supervisory board board members will elected by the employees and shareholders in the proportion of 1 by 2 or 1 by 3, and board of management members will be elected by the supervisory board, and they have rights to dismissal or constitute the board of management. Then third one is Japanese model. So in normally there here, lenders will have the rights to appoint the board of directors. Then next one is social control model. Here, all the st- uh, representatives of all the stakeholders will have the rights to choose the board of directors. Then last one is Indian model. It is a mix of Anglo-American model and German model. Then there are some principles of corporate governance: transparency, equality, social responsibility, and accountability. Then we have seen about the ethics. So, what is ethics? Generally, what is ethics? It is a word derived from the Greek word ethos, which means character. That is human character. What is right or what is wrong in human character and all. Then we have seen about Wheeler's definition of business ethics. Then some principles of business ethics. Thank you.